hello, level 2 ballet dancers. So we're going into our 6th week, 7th again, really, even because we started a little bit later, actually dancing. Classes, we're now beyond the midterm point. So we're moving into the second half of the quarter, which makes me want to talk a little bit about the final. So I'm going to be sending out a video later this weekend with bigger descriptions, more of the criteria that you need, some of your options. I'm also going to show you some dance spaces outside that I've chosen to dance in. It will be filled with jazz and ballet both, because I'm going to make it for both my classes, about things that you can do about choosing your site-specific place to dance. So in that video, I'll talk about how I want you to start to think about that now and start thinking about where you might want to dance. So for this one, this assignment, you're going to do what's called a choose your own adventure. I've been doing it with the level 2 jazzes at the end of each one of their sequences. So they did a classic jazz for 3 weeks. At the end of the 3rd week, they did a choose your own adventure. And then this end of this 3 weeks, they did lyrical jazz. They're doing another choose your own adventure. So which means to help you start to create your own choreography. This can be a rough draft, or it can be not even associated with your final. You can have this just as a kind of a warm-up idea of like, how am I going to start to create choreography? Because one of the things I want to see in your final is material you've worked on in class. Of course, you can add other things to it, stuff you've done in other classes that maybe we haven't done this quarter. As long as you, again, keep it safe. Know that if you're dancing outside, you're going to maybe be dancing on concrete or grass, so places might be slick or easy to trip on, that sort of stuff. So just kind of manage what you would do. I'm okay with marking stuff. Like in the last, our Beatles dance that we did, I did that tour jeté, but it was a little tiny mini tour jeté. So if you want to do something like that, it doesn't have to be the absolute most amazing tour jeté you've ever done. It can be a small modified version of that. I just want to see your creativity come out. So for this choose your own adventure, I want you to take phrases from class we've already worked on in your dances. What I only want is 1/8 at a time. It could be less than 1/8 at a time, but don't do more than 1/8 of material that's connected in the same dance. If it's not connected in the same dance, so if it was the 1/8 from the beginning and another 8 somewhere in the middle and some 8 near the end, that's okay to do that. But don't put a whole stack of them together. You can as well take some of that material and embellish it to make it your own. So you might take the idea of a step that I did, like the renversé into the pas de bourrée, and it doesn't have to do the pas de bourrée, maybe it does the renversé and step through into chassé à terre, or something like that, to start to piece together your choreography. So the requirement for this is that it's at least 30 seconds long. So 30 seconds worth whatever that 8 count is in your music to fill out 30 seconds. You can start anywhere in the song you want. And you choose your own song as well. So again, this could be the song that you want to use for your final, or it could be one that you just want to test out. Feel free to use any of the songs I've used so far. If you follow me on Spotify, I actually have several ballet playlists as well too that I've been collecting over the years that have some fun, I think, lovely music to dance to. And I'm going to give you an example of that in just a minute, that I'm just going to throw some stuff together. I haven't practiced, I'm just trying to remember some of the things maybe I've done over the quarter for you guys. I won't do them all because we've done a lot, but I'm going to throw a little dance together to one of my favorites, Agna Obel. It looks like Agnes Obel, Agna Obel, and I think she has some really pretty music to dance to. It does not have to be classical music. You could choose a popular song if you want. I really love Remy likes to work a lot with Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd has some beautiful music to dance to. And what I mean by beautiful is that it's appropriate for dancing to. It just feels really good and passionate to dance to. The other thing I want you to think about, besides it being 30 seconds long and choosing your own song, and using material that I've already been working on in class, again, you can embellish it with other things, is start to think about a story you want to tell. This one doesn't necessarily have to tell the story, but when you get to your final, I would love for you as level 2 dancers to start to bring up an image of something or a story of something. It could be something as simple as love, hate, fear, mourning. It could be negative or not that those are necessarily negative words, but they definitely give you a different sense while you're dancing. So if something's really happy or if something's a little bit more mournful, it might change the way that you move that step. And the audience then starts to interpret that story. It could have a bigger meaning as well too. So it could be about a true story that you know, like I'm gonna make something, for me, maybe the love for my cat. You know, that's kind of silly. My cat, who unfortunately I had to put down in January, I'm still feeling the pain of losing that cat. And so that could be, that sounds like a silly story, but it would definitely stir up a lot of emotions in me while I'm dancing. And so the audience might pick that as me and my relationship with somebody else, and somebody else that I lost in my life. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that they have to know it's my cat. But something like that as well too. So start to think and process those ideas. I would start to take notes. Like I would write about what are some of your favorite steps that you've done with me so far? And how are you gonna piece them together for this 30-second piece? Again, it can start to be part of the bigger, larger one that you're gonna do for your final as well too, which again, I'll have more information about that soon. So this is a choose your own adventure, at least 30 seconds. Using 1 8-count phrases, or you can use a little less than that, material that's been mixed up over the quarter. You put it together. Again, don't put 2 8s back to back from the same dance. Again, if it was an 8 in the beginning and an 8 in the end, that's okay. You can put that together. What else? Choose your own music and add your own mood or feeling or style to it. So I'm just gonna throw some music on. I might be full of mistakes, who knows? You guys will probably get a 3rd or 4th version of me trying to do something that looks decent enough. But you'll see phrases that I've done. You're also gonna see me embellish things a little bit. Like I might take more time to do something or slightly change up an arm that I did before. I might do 1 arm instead of 2 arms for a presentation. So I'm just gonna start in the middle of the song because this is where I like where it starts. You can start anywhere in that song you want. You can create, again, an opening to it, or you can create an ending to it. I actually really love to see an ending. I want to see you finish in some sort of pose that you feel comfortable with and hold it for a few moments before you either cut the video or edit the video to stop there. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do a little improv. We'll see what happens. We'll see if this is the first take or the 5th take.